That is what we're going to be talking about today on stream. We're going to be talking about random bullshit. Because, frankly, it seems like this entire planet is full of bullshit. It's just everywhere I go, there's gotta be something that's either gonna piss somebody off, make someone annoyed, or flat out, it's just, hey, guess what? I don't like the cut of your joke. What is the deal with people sometimes? You know what I mean? It's like there are people out there who will not support you no matter what you do or who you are. There are people who do nothing, fucking nothing, but be really good, really supportive, really caring, and loving people. And all they get back is someone stabbing them in the ass. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So we're going to be talking about that today. I'm going to get a drink because I've been doing a lot of stuff that we're going to be discussing here on Twitch, whatever. We're going to be discussing that because there's a lot of things coming up in the near future that is going to cause problems. So, let's talk about this. First off, let's talk about me having to grab a drink, and it's only 1 minute into the stream. I have started cosplaying. I've done it a lot. It is the most annoying frickin' thing I have ever done on planet Earth, and it is a pain. It is an extreme pain. But, however, also therefore, because, and also, it is a blast to watch people react to the random characters that I decide to portray. Excuse me a minute, I'm lighting a candle. Because I like the smell. And also, if you listen very carefully, you might hear it, you might not hear it. It crackles because it's a wood wick. Very expensive, amazing candle. Go check it out. Now, let's genuinely talk about random shit. Because that can be anywhere from daily news, video game news, overseas news. We could get news from a different dimension, usual random shit. But today we're talking about something that actually is going to be affecting Twitch for me and affecting YouTube. Effective towards the end of this month, roughly, the people who are super kind enough to let me borrow their equipment to make videos, record games, things like that, will be terminating the connection between me and them. The reason why is because they're moving up in the world, they're going to a better place, and they are basically, they're one-upping me. Which is totally fine. I don't give a damn. It's fine. They can go and do whatever they want. I don't care. They are my friends, and I will support them in every single endeavor that they do. I can still go visit. I can still go say hi. That's not going to change because they're my friends, and that's what friends do. They go and visit people. However, this will mean that streams will no longer be happening on Twitch for gaming's sake. There will be a severe delay in uploading videos, and making them will become intensely more and more difficult. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to quit making Twitch streams and I'm going to quit making gaming videos. Hell, I can't do that. My 6-year anniversary is coming up. Now, we will not, sadly, be able to do the 6-year anniversary stream. We won't be able to do it unless I can pull some shit together and be able to basically say, hey, I'm back and I've got internet and we're doing good. Because everything I do is basically on the internet. Everything I buy is on the internet, which reminds me, I need to go back to Amazon again. I buy a lot of crap on Amazon. I buy almost everything. Because to me, buying, oh no, see, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for, but not quite. Oofta. Oofta, oofta, oofta. This is going to be rough. This is going to be very, very, very difficult. Well. Uh-huh. 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 Well, my belt is basically fucked then. Okay. So, let's talk about what I've been doing for the past couple days in the world of cosplay, because that falls under random stuff. There are two characters I have portrayed in the form of cosplay. For those who don't know, I will take random requests from just about anybody. And years ago, somebody requested that I dress up as a furry. I did. It was fun, but it was more painful than I can ever imagine because it was incredibly hot. It was incredibly hot. It was actually pretty cheap to do, but it wasn't the kind of outfit that I wanted. And frankly, that's fine with me. I really couldn't give a damn. You know, it was a one-time deal, and it was like, oh, there we go, that exists. Do I still have the suit? Yes, I do still have the suit. But do I wear it? No. Every now and then I'll look at it and I'll be like, hey, I did that. That's a thing I did. But it really wasn't the kind of cosplay I was looking into. Did I enjoy the fandom? Yeah, of course I do. I still enjoy the fandom. It's a wonderful fandom as long as you look past people who are like, oh, it's all sexual stuff. It's all sex and knocking furries up, and it's furry on furry, and it's this, and that, and it's yada, yada, yada. It's blah, 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 blah. Hey, not all of them go into that stuff. Trust me. Not all of them do, and I know a couple who don't go into that kind of crap. So, I finally decided, well, who the hell am I going to cosplay? Seriously, there's a metric shit ton of people that you can cosplay as. There's a metric ton of characters that you can be. You can even come up with your own character and just waltz around and see if anybody cares. But it seemed like to me, if I was going to do cosplay, I got to do an iconic character. I've got to do someone, hello to the stream, by the way. Whoever's joined the stream, hello. But I had to do a really, really, really iconic character. And I started thinking in pop culture. Who's a really iconic character in pop culture? Because there's a ton. You've got the entire Marvel universe. You've got the DC universe. You've got the Lucasfilms universe. You've got, oh geez, what are the other ones? You've got, there's more. There's the animated universes. There's universes that are completely on their own, completely separate. You've got like people that have groups that people mostly haven't heard of in like a long time. For example, the Fraggles. I'm saying that name to literally a thin wall at this point because nobody knows what the Fraggles are. And, well, at least nobody in my generation knows what the Fraggles are. If someone does, frickin' you're old as hell. There's, let's see. There was the Fraggles. What other? The Muppets. Well, the Muppets are iconic. But, you know, I was looking for someone who's like a very high-end character that everyone would recognize. And originally, I went with Michael Knight. Because to me, Michael Knight was a flat-out amazing person. And if you look at my obvious profile picture, I am part of a Knight Rider game. I am part of a game that takes place with Knight Rider, with Michael Knight, with Kit, with Car, you know, with all the different vehicles. I'm a part of that. You know, speaking of which, changing the subjects on my random bullshit, The game is currently under development. It's being revamped. It's being rebuilt. And I strongly suggest that if you guys go and check the game out once it's finished being rebuilt, for the love of God, go look at the thing. Because from what I've heard, it's going to be beautiful, and I don't know if I will have the fucking luxury to do it. Because if I don't have the luxury to do it, then I'm screwed. If I do have the luxury to do it, I will go and do it. However, it may become impossible for me to continue making videos on Roblox. Will I continue to play Roblox? Absolutely, I will. Without a doubt, I will continue to play Roblox. I will continue to back up Knight Rider, Roleplay Adventure. I will continue to back those guys up. Guy. But holy shit, when it comes to a game, it is top tier. It is a top tier game on Roblox. People yell at me for playing Roblox. Changing subjects again because we're going down this rabbit hole, and I'll go back to cosplay in a second. But it's like, people get mad at me for playing Roblox. It's like, what the hell? I don't diss on you for playing a dead game. You know, there are still people to this day who are playing games on Game Boys. There are people who are still playing online servers in Halo. You know, there's online servers in so many freaking games that people just don't talk about anymore. They just don't, because no one gives a shit. And Roblox came into the picture, completely changed the whole algorithm, completely changed everything, went batshit upwards. And do I still support the platform? Yeah, but some of the things that they changed, But going back to cosplay, I wanted to pick an iconic character, so I picked Michael Knight. And for about a year, I cosplayed Michael Knight, and it worked. People recognized the character. They understood that the leather jacket and the car, granted, I didn't have a 1982 Pontiac Trans Am T-Top Firebird, but, you know, they understood what I was portraying. They understood the character. They understood what I was trying to do. And that's where the legality part came into the picture that I wasn't ready for when it came to cosplay. See, Knight Rider has this one problem, and it's in the legal world of where I live. The good old United States of America, run by a guy who can't walk up the goddamn stairs. But it got to the point where it was like, okay, so red lights are illegal, yellow lights are illegal on the front of my car. What is legal? No color is illegal on the front of your car, except your normal headlights. And even then, you can get in trouble if one is out or a tail light's out. So I finally was like, okay, well, if that's not going to work, I need a iconic character that's easy to get a hold of, legal to be, and is easy to get around the place. Well, I threw getting around the place easily out the window. I threw that fricker out the window so quickly because I immediately jumped to Star Wars. And I will not reveal exactly who the character is that I portray, because if you go onto my YouTube channel exclusively, you can go find the character that I've decided to cosplay as. And frankly, like I've said on my gaming channel, and I'll say it here on Twitch because I know that people on Twitch don't listen. Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes. I have decided that if any of you happen to see said character out in public, please do not blow my cover. Do not blow my cover. I want the person behind the mask to stay anonymous as much as possible. And I guess talking about it doesn't really help the situation. But I have people who help my situation out. And so basically what I'm saying is I do it for fun. And so if you want to come up and get pictures, or you want me to do something with you guys as fans, that's fine. Just don't randomly point out who it is, because I'd rather not do that. As a cosplayer, specifically for the character I am, it's hard. it's really, really, really hard to play this character because I don't want to talk at all. I have to be very careful on where I go, and I have to be able to maneuver properly, which is already a struggle as it is in the outfit. So I've posted 2 videos of my new outfit, and I'm happy with it, and I love it, and I care about it. But I really, really request that if you guys do see me, I don't care if you post pictures of me online, I don't care if you post pictures of the character online, because I also have another friend that does it too. So there's a chance that it's me, there's a chance it's somebody else. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you choose to come and visit locations where I'm at, oh, that's another thing. The reason I'm saying if you see me is because I will not announce where I'm going. I refuse to announce where I'm going to locate when I'm going to a location because I will take suggestions. I will take suggestions on where to go. Doesn't mean I'm going to fricking go there. Because basically, you're giving me an option to go there. I have to actually go there, scout the location out, and see if I can actually do, cosplay in that location. Because that's the key. That's the real key. Because I've been asked to go to several places. I've been asked to go to stores, and particularly stores. It's always a store. It's never really a restaurant. I've been to maybe like 3 restaurants already in the outfit, and one I've visited 3 times. I visited one twice. I've visited 2 twice actually. And then I visited another one a single time, and I try not to double down on locations. If I do double down on a location, I feel like people are going to get bored with it. I feel like if I go to I've been to 2 locations twice already. I've been to a gas station twice, I've been to a pizza shop twice, and I've been to I guess 2 other locations maybe once each. No, I've been to 3 locations twice already. And frankly, I don't really want to repeat that too much, because if I repeat it during like busy hours, that's fine. If I go to a place and I get a lot of reactions and people want to see me again, I'll come back. But when it's like only a few people are noticing you and a few people are noticing, hey, this person's here, I won't want to come back. So if you suggest a location and I show up and no one reacts or nothing happens, then it'll be the only time that you see me at that location. That has actually happened already. Today, I was supposed to go to a location that someone wanted me to visit. I came there, and the people that wanted to see me weren't there. So I left. One place that I went to was actually requested by the corporation or upper management of the corporation. I was asked. I work at Fairway Warehouse. It's one of the places I work, because I also work here on Twitch. I work on YouTube too. But I was requested to bring the outfit to work because they just wanted to see it. And so I did, and I brought it to work, and someone at work suggested to take it to one of the stores. And I took it to the one that's closest to me because at the time I was already hot, I was tired, and I just wanted to kind of get it out of the way. And I was happy to do it, but there just wasn't anyone there to really be excited about the damn thing. And so I was like, okay, yeah, this is fun, like wandering around a store that I ship stuff to, that's one thing. But it just wasn't fun, like, because there was no one really reacting to the fact that I was there, And I don't do it for the reactions, I really don't. But when you get people who smile or they come up to you and say, hey, You know, just today, even today, I had to make a. Speaking of which, speaking of today, I actually have to look at something because if I don't, I'm gonna cry about it later. But I was asked to have a photo taken of me earlier today. And that's one of the reasons, if not the biggest reason, I go to locations. Is if someone reacts to me being in a location and being happy that I exist, and especially people who will not break character. Like if they don't want me to break character, it's 10 times more entertaining. I'm mad. I'm really mad now. Oh, I'm mad. I'm very, very, very mad. Really? I gotta do chores just to make up the deficit here. I knew he'd do it to me. I frickin' knew he'd do that. Shit. I'm actually 100% broke right now. I have no money. No money. And it's Monday. I don't get paid till Thursday. How many cents do I have? That's a good question. Because if I've only got like a few cents, I can maybe pull out of this. Because I can go to the bank tomorrow and save my sorry ass. Okay, I just need. No, I can't do it. I don't have enough. I might have enough. Hang on, we're gonna pause for a brief second here. I'm broke by $5. I've done the math. I've done everything I can to solve my dilemma. I'm $5 in the hole. Like, you can't make that up. Talking about random shit, people freaking bugging your ass when you tell them you're not gonna fucking do something. When you tell someone that you're not gonna do something because you don't have the fucking money, and they nag you and nag you and nag you because, oh, it's unfair that you let this person do it, but then you won't let me. This is the reason I don't say, oh, I'm gonna buy something for somebody. This is why I don't do it. Because I end up paying the price for it. And now I don't have the money to even pay for fuel. And I have to go out of town tomorrow to 2 different places, and I don't have the money for it. I could not be more annoyed than right now. Seriously. Like, it's unbelievable. It's un-freaking believable. I go through the effort and the time to try and be nice. And people break me. This is why I hate people. It used to be just one particular group of people. But this is why I hate people mistreating nice people. There are people in this world, I'm changing subjects, I'm changing tones, because this really fucking gets me. There are people in this world who will go out of their way to be the kindest, helping, most caring soul on earth. And they will do whatever it takes to be a generous soul. They will do whatever it takes for people to be happy, to be feeling like everyone's being treated equally. And in doing so, they will ruin their own lives, destroy themselves, and not care. And people will abuse that. They will abuse it to the core of that person's being. And then there are the kind of people who are willing to be nice, who are willing to share and be the kind of person that will back someone up. But they expect something in return because they're giving up something that means a lot to them. They're giving something up that costs them more than it's worth. And so they expect something in return. I'm that kind of person because I get sick and tired of when I offer something to somebody, they say, no, I'm a picky person. And I'm like, okay, I offered it. You said no. That's your decision. Then turn around and get mad at me for not doing what I said I was going to do. I offer opportunities to people I meet for a way to help them. And they turn it around and say, well, you didn't help me. I offered it and you said no. If you ask for help and then say no, you clearly didn't fucking need it in the first place. You clearly did not need the help in the first place. If you say, let's perfect example. Let's take an example. Let's say you're a homeless person on the street. No money, dirt poor, absolutely nothing. You just got the clothes on your back and that's it. Someone comes in a vehicle and offers to take you to a restaurant for food. But they have very little money. Very little money. They have just enough to scrape by for the week. And a person comes up to you and says, hey, I am willing to offer to take you to a restaurant with what little money I have. They say, all right. So they hop in the car and you take off. You can't afford a lot. So you decide to pick a fast food chain. It's cheap. It's affordable. And you can get a lot for $1. So you ask them, well, what would you like? Well, I don't want this. But aren't you hungry? Yeah, they would say. But I don't want this. I want food, real food. But I'm offering you food now. Well, this is fast food. So then you're like, okay, well, maybe he's allergic to the food. So you take him to a different location. Still fast food, but it's a different restaurant. Well, I don't want to eat here. But aren't you hungry? Yeah, but this food makes me sick. Well, then what was wrong with the other food? It wasn't real food. So you try and take him to a third place. You take him to a third place, but it's just a little out of your reach. It's just $1 short. You're $1 short. And you know this place is very strict when it comes to its pricing. So you tell him you can order from the bargain menu. And he orders 3 items from the bargain menu and it puts you $20 short. Well, you can't afford that. So you cancel the order and drive away. And you drop him off. And he's like, well, why didn't you feed me? Well, because you ran me broke. I'd be in your position if I had bought that food for you. Well, I'm a picky eater. And that phrase right there is the killer of kind people. I'm a picky blank. I'm a picky wearer. I'm a picky person. I don't like this thing. I can't have that thing. If it's an allergy, it's understandable. Like the people who are allergic to, to certain types of flowers or certain types of fabric, or even, in my case, it's eggs. I cannot eat eggs to save my life. I used to be able to, but over time, the amount of them that I ate became so much that it now makes me sick to eat them. Can I eat them? Yes, but they have to be extremely overseasoned. They have to be extremely, extremely cooked in a very specific way that only a handful of places manage to get right. And then I can eat eggs. I'm not a picky eater. I will eat eggs. It's just they will make me sick. I won't say no if someone offers one. I'll still attempt to eat it. But if you say, oh, I don't want that, and someone offers it to you, you don't turn around and say, well, you never helped. And this is the reason why. Let's say, in this same scenario, going back a few steps, the man decides, okay, I'll pay for this. I'll pay for it with my credit card. It's the only thing I have left. So I pay for it with my credit card. And he does. And the man gets the meal and he goes away. Right? He wanders off. happy that he's had a meal. Well, now that meal has become your detriment because you've gone and put it on a credit card. And you have to pay that back at the end of the month. And you keep your credit card up to date. And it takes you 2 weeks to save up enough money to pay for your insurance. And you know that it'll take you a week to save up for the credit card. So you save up for 2 weeks, you pay for your insurance, and then all of a sudden, a random expense occurs. Well, now you're short again because you had the expense of your credit card. Now you have this random other expense that has just popped out of the blue, and it's unavoidable. It's 100% unavoidable. It's the most unavoidable thing that can possibly happen to a person. Your car breaks down. Your only mode of transportation breaks. Can't go anywhere. It can physically not go anywhere. It is a it is a hazard. And if you even drive it a few blocks, it could potentially be fatal to you. So you go and borrow a vehicle. Then everyone wants you to replace the vehicle you borrowed because it's not big enough, or it's not the right color, or something just random. Like, for example, let's just say, I'm trying to think of something completely random. The antenna is in the wrong place. Just a completely random thing. The antenna is on the right side of the car. It should be on the left side of the car. But you don't have a choice in the matter. You physically do not have a choice in this matter. You have a vehicle, and it's the only one you've got because you're borrowing it. Well, suppose that same person is your friend or someone you consider a close ally. Well, you'd want to listen to them, wouldn't you? If it would benefit everybody to change the vehicle, you kind of want to do it. And I started this conversation talking about cosplay. Remember that. I started this stream talking about cosplay. I talked about random shit. And this is where I go with this because it pisses me the fuck off. Because you have people in this world who are so nitpicky that they will berate you and berate you and berate you until you do something. And then everyone else gets mad at you because they think the other person is in the right. I have had to spend more money today than I actually own. And now I don't have any money to spend, and I have about 3 days left until it happens. Now, of course, I can bug my friends and say, hey, can you pay me a little extra cash back because I'm out of money? I could easily do that. I'm probably going to have to. In fact, I'm going to message someone at this very moment. I need to message somebody if they're available. They are not, whatever. All right. So I just sent that in. And hopefully they're willing to help me again. But yeah, I'm not spending any more money this week. Fuel, maybe. That's an expense that has to be made, but I'm currently screwed. Every way I look at it, the only other thing I can do is pull from my savings. Pull some money out of my savings and pray that I can pay it off. It's about the only thing I can do right now. And if I don't. And I'm going to talk about this again because this goes to the point of cosplay is expensive. Rounding out this stream, going back to the beginning, cosplay is expensive. I spent $200 on a single piece of the cosplay, $50 on the main piece, and I spent $60 on getting the last part. Let's do that math, shall we? Let's actually do this math. And I'm going to do this properly. I'm actually going to go through the effort to do this math properly. Because I want to see just how much I actually blew on cosplay. Okay, so let's take a look here. That plus hang on. Okay, that plus come on. That plus equals $246.11. I spent $264.11 on cosplay. To put that in perspective, if I take my current bank budget, my current bank balance, which is, by the way, in my books, the negative zone, and add how much I've spent. Hold on, the math didn't do right. Hold on. Calculator work. I would have $1,260.09. I would be $260 above where I should be. Because I have to stay at a cap in my bank account of $1,000. Otherwise, it will start to charge me. Now, if I take this number, and add just $100 to it, I will only have $95 left. Okay? That's a deadly combo. Because then, if I take 200 divided by 0.5, no wait, multiplied by 0.5, no wait, hold on, 0.5% divide Do the division. No, because that's not right. $200 minus. Hang on, I know how to do this right. $200 minus 0.05. Dollars. Okay. Let's look at that. This is turned into math. Thought so. Now, I'd be, if I can get it paid off before interest goes out, I could make it work. Easily, I could make my life better. But do I want to do that, though? Because now what I can do is ask my friends if I pull that 100 out, I can ask them for $5. Take that $5, I get $100. I put that $100 back, I'm at exactly 1,000 again, which is where I need to be. I'm doing math now. You're understanding my budget problem here, because recording and all this stuff takes money. It takes freaking money. And now I don't have the luxury for that anymore. I don't have the luxury to just take off. I don't. It's all because of me. That's it. That's the only reason. It's my fault. I can't blame anybody. I suck at math. I've always sucked at math. But now, I'm really in a pickle. I'm really in a motherfucking pickle. Because now I can't do anything. I really can't. I'm going to end the stream here and hopefully transfer it over to YouTube. I'll talk to y'all later tonight, because I'm done with this stream tonight. It's gone completely in the wrong direction for me.